Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Unqualified Opinions Podcast. Today we got a little bit something different for y'all. I managed to convince and Miguel to read as close as I can to a manga. So I got them to read a little webtoon called Ordeal, which in my opinion is peak. So Ordeal is a quick little webtoon that they have going on right now. Its main character is a name called Shay. He lives in a world with basically almost like superheroes, but they're superpower beings. They're called Kimyos. Uh, Basically, the whole story, little intro. It's not too big of a spoiler, but spoiler warning in case. He basically lives in a world with super beings. He himself doesn't have super abilities at the start. Uh, there's different ways for people to become Kimyos. Some are hereditary, so like your dad or mom were one, you get it. And then the other ones is that they can be passed on. So kind of like Hero Academia where like they passed on like a piece of hair and then he gave her and he's like, oh, great. Kind of like that kind of stuff. Uh the main character, he was being mentored and then there was a death. I won't say who, but there was a death and then that person's death caused Shay, our main character, to receive his Kimyo abilities. And let's just say that he received quite a bit of abilities. So without further ado, we're gonna dive right into what Chris and Miguel think of the whole webtoon. We're gonna give our little score, and then we'll go to our mini segments. So let's start with Miguel because I feel like Miguel probably has some nice stuff to say about it.
Oh, okay. Starting with me. Um, so off the bat, as I started reading it, it kind of reminded me, kind of like uh X-Men, where it was like
Mm,
instead of like the chemios, it was like mutants. Um, and there was this whole dynamic of like, like the chemios couldn't use their abilities outside of like tournaments or like stuff like that because humans, like regular humans, were scared of chemio's abilities and they were regulated and like all this other stuff. So it kind of, which I enjoyed that whole aspect of like X-Men. So I enjoyed this aspect of it. But another really big thing is I really enjoyed the different like power sets of all the characters. Like
yeah,
none of them really felt um like there
like
was
repeated, like it was the
yeah,
same
there was
thing
like
again and
none that
again.
was like repeated over and over again. Like all of them had very unique skill. And I think my favorite one, I can't
Can I
remember his
guess?
name.
Is it
Yeah,
Anton, the one with the Monkey King?
no.
Oh,
Um
actually, I think I got the name wrong. But
uh my
No, you got it
favorite
right.
one is actually he uses Ash.
yeah, that's hold up, I haven't written it down.
I forget his
Mm,
name.
oh my God, where is he?
Yeah, I thought I wrote it down, but I guess not. Whoopsie daisy.
Oh, oh, almost like my name, Louis.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, it's me, guys. Surprise.
But he was probably my favorite one just because I don't know, just his power sets. Like, don't get me wrong, everybody else's power sets were freaking ridiculous, and um, the I guess not so much like the animation, but the design and the actual help me out. I forget English.
Are you talking about
Um,
like
The artwork.
thank you. Wow. The actual like artwork of it was actually I thought it was amazing.
I
Like it
think
was
one
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like they
yeah.
went off with like the artwork.
Yeah, I think one of the key things about that specific like ability is the fact that it gets stronger through every generation because like every time someone in their family dies, like the ashes from that member get passed on to the head of the family, and that like in turn
And it
that
just
ash
yeah.
ability just grows stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah, which they didn't hit on that till like closer to the end where it's just like, oh, okay, so these ash powers are actually previous like family members, and
Mm-hmm.
essentially kind of how you said earlier on, like My Hero Academia, it the
Like it gets
all
passed on
or one for all, it gets passed on and it gets more
stronger,
powerful
stronger.
as
Yeah.
generations go by. um so I thought that was a pretty interesting concept, but overall, like every character I thought had amazing like little different power sets in their own right. um
Okay. What
but
kind of score are we giving Ordeal, Miguel?
Ordeal, I
Mind
think.
you, we Chris and Miguel have only read season one, which I believe ends in chapter 40, between 44 to 48. They haven't read
44.
the other portions. Okay, so 44. So they haven't read
Yeah,
the other
44.
portions, which I kind of hope that they do because I need someone to talk to about it. But so far this part will just cover up to like 44 in general, and then I might hit on some stuff for them later. But
So for me, I thought this, again, this is just season one. I thought it was like a solid like 8.2.
mm,
I
It's a
thought
good score.
artwork artwork was amazing. The characters were great. Um, the relationships like between each other and the whole um dynamic between like the good guys and the bad guys um was great too. The story was good, but again, it kind of just reminded me of like kind of like the X-Men thing.
yeah.
So, which I was still very much invested. But yeah, solid 8.2 for me.
Okay. How long did it take you to read, like, overall from like chapter one to like 44?
It honestly didn't take me. I think it took me maybe like 4 or 5 days.
Okay. That
Like
was just
I
spreading it
yeah,
from like a little couple chapters. Yeah.
yeah, and 4 or 5 days in the span of like 2 weeks. So like 2 3 days in one week, and then like another 2 3 days the next week.
Okay. Okay. So an 8.2. All right. Let's jump to our honorary pessimist. I mean, our honorary host, Chris. Let's see what he has
Um,
to say.
yeah, I think it took me over a course of like 3 or 4 days, but like an accumulative like 5 to 6 hours. So it wasn't really too long, especially when you spread it over a couple days. Um, I see this was my first ever Manhwa, is that what you call it?
It's just a webtoon.
Yeah, this is my first ever like webtoon, and I would say it would be hard for me to give a score. I'll give it a solid 8. Just like that might change if I read more or when I read more. But I did like the way it was in Trinidad and Tobago. Like you never really see anime outs like in places like that. I thought it was very cool. And then what Miguel said, like the X-Men thing, it is very like X-Men, where they got the mutants and the separate rules and for them and all. I thought that was cool. The artwork, top tier. That was the best part of it all. Was definitely the artwork. Um, and if this gets turned into a TV show, that would be sick. Like that would be the
And if it
fights.
keeps the same like artwork goes to
Yeah,
animation and it's the same exact thing, this, I mean, it could potentially be like one
it could
of
be.
the better animes
Yes, it
or
could be.
adapted webtoons or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it could be a very good TV show. Especially the fights. I think that was the biggest part, is like the fights. The beats, like the beats of the storyline
Hmm.
are very good as well. Um and but the one bad thing I will say
Oh, here we go.
is the dialogue. The actual like words that they're saying is very corny. Um
Were they
kind
not
of
smart
Really?
enough for you?
well they
Like,
say they do the typical like anime things, like they do like what, and then but they're doing instead they're doing chew, like it's, and there's another one like stoops, like it's a little corny. And then there's the whole like when um they're fighting the main, okay, this is hard spoiler right here. when they're fighting the main villain, and what's his name? Anuk.
Mhm.
No, Rokash. When they're fighting him, like he's like saying, "Oh, I'm trying to talk to you, and you guys are hitting me. Oh, that's not nice." And like while he's dodging all these moves, and I'm just like, "Oh, this is corny." It's so good, the beats of the story and the direction, and the like the plot line, but what they're actually saying is very like typical corny anime, and like maybe that'll sound better like if they do a show with it, which I hope they do because I definitely watch it. Like maybe it would sound better with the voice actors like committing to it, but when I'm reading it in my head and I'm reading it on paper, I'm just like I wouldn't
I think we
use
have to
those
take in
words.
consideration that the reason he's saying stuff like that is because he's being what's the word? Mm,
I
kind of like
get
making
why.
fun, like poking fun at
Not
them because
I
like
get why.
they're doing their hardest, and this man's literally like just dodging and weaving like their best
Right.
moves.
No, I get why, but it I don't think it changes the fact that it's corny. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's undeniable. Like I don't want to shit on it too much because there's so much good with it. Like it's just that's the one bad part. Like everything has a flaw, right? Every story has a flaw. This is
Okay.
its one bad. This is its one flaw.
Except
Um,
Attack on Titan. But
yeah, that has no
continue.
flaws. Yeah, but everything else, it has everything else going for it other than that. Like I said, the plot direction and the beats is great. It's fast paced, it's entertaining. Even the backstories, like they make sense. That I don't think there's any plot holes. Um, the artwork is like top tier. It really is top tier. Like I'm almost shocked like that it's not AI, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it
my
just
man, what's he called? Brent Bristol, I think is how his name is pronounced. He's
yeah,
putting in
yeah.
work.
Yeah, no, it's
I feel like
insane.
I've heard that
And
name before.
that's the author
Yeah, he's the
of
the guy
Ordeal.
that makes Ordeal.
Well, I feel like I've heard it on
Oh,
like
elsewhere.
something else. Yeah, elsewhere.
Yeah, yeah. I doubt he'll watch this review, but if he does, I hope he doesn't see me criticizing the dialogue. I'd feel really bad.
Well, I
Um,
mean, that was early on. Like I will say, like,
it gets better.
yeah, it's harder for me to give it an accurate just for season one because I've been following it since
Right.
like chapter 8 came out, and
Yeah.
then like they're like almost like a hundred something now, and it's so good. Like I'm honestly, it's so good. The only issue is that like
Yeah.
Webtoon has this thing where they release a chapter, but then you have to wait like 2 3 weeks before you can read it for free. And I'm
Mm.
definitely not gonna pay to read it. So like I usually let it pile up. Like I'll like let it marinate for like one or
Yeah.
2 months, and then I'll have like 4 chapters that I can read.
But that's good
So
because the chapters are really short anyways, so it's good to let
they
them
feel
pile
short,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that was so I would give it an 8. That could go higher or lower, like depending on the more I read. I just like I have nothing else to compare it to from what I've read. But Luis has said this is the best one. He started us off with one of the best ones.
Stroke.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
so there's a couple. I mean, we'll go over through some stuff later on throughout the pod, but like I was trying to figure out what to give you guys that would be art wise would be good, story wise would be good, would have action, and it wouldn't be just like full on dialogue. Because there's a lot of mangas or manhwas or manhua,
Yeah.
however you pronounce them, that they're like you'll like slide up and then it'll be like the whole panel is
Oh, a
just
lot of dialogue.
dialogue,
Oh
and I'm
yeah.
like I can't read all that. I was like,
Yeah.
there's a reason I'm reading with pictures. Like I don't have that kind of attention span, you know.
Like no,
Uh,
and I will say this, it was great enough to where like I'm definitely gonna read more. Like this is something I've never read a webtoon. I never even thought about it, and then I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. I'll probably read something else.
And I do
You know,
like the like where obviously I mean if you read it on your phone, it's just very convenient because all you
and
have
it's
to
got
do
the
is
music.
literally yeah, it
yeah, the
has the
music is a
music
nice touch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and all you do is like just keep
scroll
scrolling
down.
down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Once you're done, just hit the next one. You just keep doing the same exact thing.
you like how
And
sometimes they switch the tone of music. Like you'll be going, and all of a
Yeah,
sudden it'll be like,
it
yeah,
"Ooh,"
stops
and
yeah.
you're
and
like,
then another
oh,
one starts and it's like, oh, whoa.
And I will say, if you've never read like a webtoon or anything, do it on your phone. Don't do it on the computer. The phone is so much better. It's so much more convenient, and like you said, you just scroll down. It makes it so easy.
yeah. I mean,
Real
I have
quick,
my own, yeah.
Luis, do you know if like webtoons do they do it similar? I mean, same with like manhwas because I don't have much experience with those. But do you know if they do it similar to like how they do comics, where there's a writer, there's a colorist, there's like the artist. So it's like there's different people for like different things. Or is it like one person? Like for Ordeal, is it like one person that's doing
Oh,
the
that's a good question.
dialogue, doing
So
the
I
colors and the
believe
artwork?
originally, like at the start, I think Brent did everything himself.
That's
I know
crazy.
like there's a couple ones that they split off, but so I have my own opinions on Webtoon. I'm not big on Webtoon, but Webtoon has had like a couple, because I feel like Webtoon pushes a little bit of an agenda, and they give the spotlight to specific like Webtoons and not other ones.
Mm,
But besides that opinion, um, Webtoon is a lot for like very novice creators. So it's like Webtoon isn't for people that have like Oda from One Piece, like he's not gonna pop up here because he's already
right.
established.
And
Webtoon is usually for like newer content creators that are trying to put out their name, and
Okay.
Webtoon is like Spotify for us. Like, oh yeah, like hey, we're new, pop up. Like we don't really have to pay Spotify to put our pod. Same thing
Yeah.
that they don't have to put all that stuff, so they can put out their name and kind of see where they're at.
I mean,
and
that's a pretty solid first like season to like
yeah.
It
put
only gets
out.
better. I'm not gonna lie. It
And
gets
I
so much better.
you saying that kind of makes me feel bad criticizing the dialogue because like obviously they're like more novice, but like if that's
Hey,
for a
Chris, you
novice, that's pretty
dick.
good. I know, dude. I
Yeah, I
feel
won't lie. I don't. I think he probably noticed that because I can't recollect when's the last time I heard like Shu.
yeah,
Like it goes down quite a bit. Like at the start, I was reading it, it was like almost like every chapter or two chapters.
it was a lot. But it's not
Yeah,
just the chew, it's slow. It was also like I'm not gonna criticize it. No,
But
it
but I
was
think
really
either
good.
way, I feel like that's
yeah,
just typical like anime. Like, there's always like that over explaining some things where it's just
yeah.
like,
To make it, yeah. I think so for me because I've read like I'm caught up as much as I can be caught up without having to pay.
Uh-huh.
Right now, like I'm giving Ordeal like a solid like 9.3.
Oh wow.
Like
damn.
it's peak. Like when compared to a lot of stuff that I read, like what we compare peak is like when like solo leveling first came out.
Yeah.
Like solo leveling, when people were looking at it and they were like, "Oh, it's just another how do you pronounce it? Manhwa," like the Korean comments are like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
just another one." And then like I think it was like chapter 9 or 12, they're like, "Oh, the art is really good. Oh, this is pretty good." And then like chapter 20, people were like bandwagon, like, "Oh yeah, this is good." I'm like, "All right."
Right. So it takes you can see the progression over time,
I will
pretty
say,
much.
or I'll say this after. Are there any other comments on Ordeal per se on like season one?
Hmm.
Um, I don't
Is it
actually, I mean, the only other thing I'd like to hit on is the like not Rorschach,
Rakash?
but Rakash, sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like Rorschach's another character, but the actual like main villain that started it all out,
Oh,
Cain.
Cain, yeah.
Cain.
Yeah. So for those that don't know,
That
the big
motherfucker was crazy.
bad guy is Cain. So there is a god or a creator, and then there's the four original abilities, which is they look very close to almost like Greek mythology, like a Zeus, Poseidon, Hades kind of thing. Uh, Zeus, I forget the guy, but there's one of the original abilities was lightning, water, fire, and then the main bad guy, his name is Cain. His abilities, I believe, he rules over life and death. I think is what it is. Uh, so he can extend his life, but then surprisingly, he was the oldest brother, and throughout the story, he just ends up getting corrupt. I'm not gonna say too much because you'll find out if you continue to read it. But I will say he's insane, like almost like world-ending villain kind of thing.
And then I will say the Monkey King, he was my favorite character. I don't know if I said that earlier.
No, I think Luis brought it up because he was gonna guess which one was my favorite character.
Well, you guess if you guessed it was me, my favorite character, you would have got it right. He was
My
cool.
favorite characters, you guys haven't even seen them. I'm not gonna lie.
Ah, then we have to keep reading then, which I probably
Yeah.
will. Yeah, I'll probably keep reading.
Yeah, I think from season one, it would have to be Lewis, and then what is the speedster's name?
Antam,
Once
Was it Anton?
Antam, I think.
Azam.
Azam.
Azam,
Yep, yep.
Shazam, Azam. Yeah.
I'm about to say that's the first thing that came to mind. Shazam.
Yeah.
Shazam Azam. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think those
See,
two were probably my favorite in the sense of abilities. Those were
I
my
will
favorite.
say I do enjoy so like even as the story progressed, because I'm not gonna snitch too much, but overall all of them are faced with a lot of upcoming battles and they all get stronger. And I won't lie, like it's super cool being able to see like because I had to reread from chapter one to be able to make sure because I was like I don't want to forget anything. But as I went back and read chapter one, I there's a huge comparison from like these guys like first 20, 30 chapters to them like all the way now. Like these guys they get strong.
Let me ask you this. Do you when you were rereading season one, did you notice a difference in like quality, whether that would be story wise, dialogue wise, or like art
Yeah, I
wise
feel like
from the latest season?
around chapter like the 60s through 80s, the artwork stays similar, right? Because
Man,
obviously the
I
drawings can't change much.
I was
But
gonna say
I
if
feel like
the artwork gets better, I'm like, dude, I don't know how
Yeah,
you
like
can
how could it
get
get
better
better?
from
Yeah.
this.
so
Yeah.
it does get better. I think maybe his shading or his coloring, but you can tell that it becomes more. He truly found like the style for this webtoon, you know,
Right.
and it looks. I think the best way to describe it is like imagine going from like on YouTube watching a video at like
1080.
144, yeah, like
Yeah.
144 to then like going all the way to like
1080 is just like,
HD. Yeah,
whoa.
it's like it gets much clearer. The story gets a lot better. There's a lot of stuff that pops up and you're
Yeah.
like, ooh, interesting. Uh,
So when you
or
went
the
back, were you kind of like, oh, this isn't as good as what I've been reading lately, or something like that?
No, I still thought it was good.
Yeah. But you
It just I could see the difference. I could definitely
okay. Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't
That's
think
what I
that the
meant.
start was bad, but I can see that he definitely improved throughout the
That's what
time.
right, right. That's what I was
Um,
trying to get to.
yeah, because I think initially he was releasing like one chapter a week,
Yeah.
uh, and then I think it's pretty much stayed the same. So he's definitely gotten better because imagine one chapter a week, and they're
It's a
like on
lot.
chapter like almost like 160, 170, 180. So like man's been going at it for quite a bit, and I will say it it gets good. I also love like Miguel was saying earlier, like overall like his concept and abilities, like that they're like they have a general construct, but they're not the same. So for
Yeah.
example, Tevin, which is the hide guy, the guy that does the rhino hide and the lion
Yeah.
hide, they have other people in this universe that have those kind of hide abilities, but like it's not the
But
exact same
different.
as his. Yeah, it's like completely
Wasn't
different
wasn't
because
there one that I don't know if it was a hide, but he essentially like changed into like a shark or had the
yeah, that's
shark
like super
hide.
early on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's super early on, and I think that's a hide, but it's also like a different one. It's like two abilities in one.
Yeah.
Because
I
like for
remember because they
example,
explained it, but I just right now I can't just think of it like off the top of my head.
yeah, because Rokash, however you pronounce it, technically his is a hide and something else as well.
Hmm. Okay.
You know, so pretty cool. He's very creative with the abilities. Um, but yeah, I truly can't see, especially right now where the story's at. Like it's, I want to say cliffhanger, but it's definitely at a spot where I'm like, I need these chapters to come out faster because I need to know what happens. You know.
And then
But
I was gonna say, going back to like the abilities, like the power and abilities. So I know we hit on like X-Men based on kind of how the story goes, like mutants, Kimyos, humans, like how they each kind of see each other and like all these different regulations. But another thing with like the power and abilities that kind of came to mind when I was watching it is how they're all kind of unique was even though I had to like push through it watching it, JoJo, it was
mm,
very
Which is a
like
great
similar.
show.
Like each one of them had very unique abilities. Like they never felt repeated. Like all of them were unique in their own way.
Yeah, I agree. That
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. They are very unique.
And I also wanted to hit on the fact that like the fight scenes in Ordeal, they were
Super
so like
good.
to me were very clear. Like I could
Yes.
follow the fights throughout the panels. Like it wasn't like all of a sudden you like read over here, then you scroll down, and it's like, well, hell, how the hell did
Yeah,
they
how
get
did that
over here?
happen? Yeah.
Yeah. So they were very, very clear. So I did enjoy that because I don't like being confused.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Overall, like I said, 9.3. I think this one's peak. I think it's probably one of the best webtoons that they have there. There's a couple other webtoons that are like started there and are like top of the top. Um, but yeah, 9.3. And hopefully, if this pod does well, we can probably do another
Do season
one
two.
similar to this. Yeah, season two, man. Season two is good. Not gonna lie, kind of nice, you know. Uh, but
Chef's
yeah, if you
kiss.
guys don't have any extra stuff, we'll stick with our. Anybody want to change their ratings?
I'll stick to 8.2 for right now. The more I read it, I mean, it'll probably change in the future.
It
But
will.
for
Mine
right
would,
now,
yeah.
especially just for the first season, I mean, at 8.2, it's pretty great
I own the only reason I can't change it from an 8 right now is just because I just have to read more
because you
webtoons
suck.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck you. No, I just have to read more webtoons because I have nothing to compare it to. So like I'm
See,
not
and
gonna compare it to a manga, you know what I'm saying?
all I had to compare it to is because I mainly read comics, so that's all I could actually like compare it to. And like if I compare it to like some of the comics I've read, I mean it's pretty good. Like
Yeah.
again, the artwork is ridiculous. Like the abilities, like all this other stuff. I mean, it's definitely up there.
And also I think I would rate it differently because it's more novice and they don't have like the backing of like big studios and stuff like that. Like it's all essentially one person. Obviously that makes it harder. So like I wouldn't be as harsh on the rating. You know what I
Yeah, I'd
mean?
have to take a look because at the end of every chapter, like they have that little stuff like artwork, blah 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 blah. So like it'll
Right.
say. I'd have to
I
take a
think it
look.
was all him though, because I do remember seeing that at the end of the chapter. I'm pretty sure it was all him, but yeah, I
Oh,
have to
and
take a
then I
look.
was gonna add in this little because I kind of looked after I finished reading. I did a little looking up and then a little fun fact for you guys. So apparently, so Ordeal was originally conceptualized with animation in mind, which would explain why it feels like so like cinematic-y and very
Yeah.
readable.
So someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I did see a post
You're wrong.
that Ordeal might be a possibility of like getting an animation.
That would
Like it's
be
And
like
I
it's in
awesome.
the
would be
future.
very down for that.
Yeah.
I hope Netflix does it too.
So my biggest fear with stuff like this happening, and I was gonna bring this up later. So like we have manga, which is Japanese, manhwa, which is like HUA, which is Chinese, and then you have the manhwa, which is like HWA, which is Korean comics.
Hmm.
Oh
The
wow, okay. I thought they were all the same thing.
That's racist.
Well, it's
Um,
just manga, manhwa, manhwa.
yeah, it's just like where they originate from. I don't have a lot of experience with like the manhwa, which is like the Chinese comics. Like I only know like two or three that are like super high up. Like mangas, like there's a lot of ones that you guys know, like One Piece, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Attack on
Yeah,
Titan, Demon Slayer, Death Note, Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist, Slam Dunk, Jujutsu. Like all of those are like mangas. They were
I
all
know. I
Japanese.
know one manhwa that's
Solo Leveling.
Chinese. No. Well, I guess I know
Oh,
another
that's manhwa. That's Korean. My bad.
one. And correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the daily life of an immortal king
I think yeah,
is
that's
Chinese.
yeah. Hmm. Yep.
Which that was pretty good. It kind of, to me it kind of fell off, but we're
And
not gonna get
Luis,
into that.
you told me about some Korean manhwas, which was like Lookism. They made that into a
Yeah.
TV show,
So yeah, Lucasism
and
was
Solo
is
Leveling,
Korean.
obviously.
Solo Leveling is Korean. Tower of God is
Oh,
Korean.
ho,
And
ho.
yeah, and then they have a lot of like manhwas comics like the beginning after the end, which is by far probably. one of the only stories
Sounds
that I've read the
familiar.
light novel for. And this is the disappointment and worry that I have for Ordeal. Like the beginning after the end, like light novel and like manga are like one of the things that like story wise people consider like it's super super good. But then the creator partnered with a bad animation company, and it turned from like the possibility of it being peak to it being like see some like 4 or 5 from Seven Deadly Sins, where it's like it just looks like screens. You know what I mean? It's like I'm reading a
Yeah.
manga. It doesn't even look like a like an actual animation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that one was a big disappointment. Um, but I'm excited. I know for Webtoon, I think one of the bigger Webtoons you have like Ordeal is one. Miguel, you're gonna love this one. This one's about dinosaurs.
Ooh, I
It's
do like
called
some dinosaurs.
dinosaur. Is it dinosaur? It's definitely animals. So it's called Dial, Dile. Uh, you'll probably like that one.
Hmm.
But there's a couple
Okay.
like Hand Jumper. That one is like super big as well. It's like a almost similar
And these are
context.
in
People have
Webtoon.
ability. Yeah, these are all in Webtoon. Uh, Gul, or Ghoul. It's about a little goblin living with orcs, but it's crazy story. Yeah, God Tribe, the boxer. I think you guys have probably seen clips of the boxer.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
No, you probably will though. I'll send you guys a
Maybe.
whole list. Uh but those are like some of the better webtoons. I think my only issue with webtoon is like one of those things, and then also I feel like they push a lot of like BL and like GL, which is like boy love and girl love, and
Oh,
I'm
okay. I was
not the
just like,
biggest
I'm
fan.
like,
Uh,
what does that mean?
yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
know either.
BL is like boy love, basically means, boy and
Yeah, so
boy, and then
two
Yeah.
guys, then two girls.
yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. Like I'll be scrolling through and then I'm like, this is definitely not what I'm gonna read.
It's just a
They
lot of
have,
it, is what you're saying,
So
right?
so
yeah.
a lot of like
Yeah.
LGBTQ stuff.
Well, I'm not saying I don't support anyone. I'm just saying that it's not my like go-to
Right.
stories to read
Yeah,
when it's just all that stuff.
I'm about to
You
say, and
know?
that's not bad. It's just for some people, like
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
that's
I'm
not the
looking for
type of
like,
story
yeah.
they want to see. Like personally, me, I don't like a lot of like romance stories. I want
Oh,
like
me neither.
action and like all
Yeah.
this
It's probably
other
because you're
stuff.
it's because you're both single and I'm depressed,
Okay,
like
well, you don't have to call us out like that, but
uh but
I
yeah,
agree though.
but
If it's forced, if it's they're showing too like if it's a lot of it, it's like I don't mind a little bit here and there, but if it's a lot of it, I'm just like, okay, it's a lot. You know what I mean?
it felt a lot of it feels like what's that one show that we watched? We covered it that you felt like it was
oh,
pushing it down your throat.
Dragon
Dragon
Age.
Age.
Yeah, yeah, it was like
Yeah.
that. It felt like
Yeah.
it's being forced, and I'm not for it.
It's just because
But
okay, statistically it's rare, and then whereas if majority
every
of it
single
is coming
person,
up,
yeah.
it's like that's just statistically unrealistic. That's more so what it is for me. It's like it's illogically unrealistic, you know. I like a little bit of I guess realistic stuff, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought you were
Like
gonna say like more like spread out, like a
more
wider
spread out.
spectrum of things. Yeah,
That's a better way
just
to
have
put it.
like yeah.
That's a much better way to put it.
But we'll jump. We'll do a little mini segment. This is gonna take a quick little reference as to the same thing that we did for one of the pods where we covered the top selling games of 2025. But instead of 2025, we're just doing overall. So we're going to go over what you guys think are the top 5 highest selling mangas that have turned into anime. By the way, this is going to be in the millions.
Okay, so you want us to guess the top
Top
five?
5 selling mangas that have turned into animes.
Okay.
By the way, I will say that two of them you guys will definitely get. If you don't get it, I'd be
Okay.
disappointed.
Well,
But
But
I
the
Miguel,
other,
definitely. Well, we have to agree. We have to
we have to
agree.
agree.
yeah,
Exactly.
yes.
One Piece.
So One Piece. We're going with One Piece.
One Piece is number one, selling over 516.6 million.
That was easy.
It's a lot.
Okay,
Um,
Naruto, Miguel.
yeah, I can agree with that one.
All right, we're going Naruto.
Watch it not
Naruto
be there.
is number 6. It is not a top
Oh,
five.
fuck.
Wow.
Mind you,
Dang.
they are at 250 million, give or take.
It's number
Wow.
6.
Number 6. Yep.
Naruto.
Top selling
Okay.
mangas.
How many strikes do we get?
You guys want to do 5 strikes like we
We'll
did
do
last
five
time?
strikes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so
five
that's
Okay,
strike
strikes.
so
one.
that's one. Attack on Titan.
Well, I don't want to go with it. I don't want to pick that.
Oh,
Miguel, I think we
okay.
should go with Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah, I guess Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
Dragon
feel.
Ball is number 5
Wow.
with averaging about
Yeah.
260 million.
Okay, so One Piece at the start,
Number 1.
Dragon
Yep,
Ball
so
at
you have One
5,
Piece at number
Naruto
1.
6.
Now, I will say
I know
uh
Bleach is
Chris
another
definitely
big one,
knows
but
one of these because we've talked about it before.
And Miguel doesn't know the other one.
I'm not gonna
Doesn't know
lie,
this one.
I don't think I knew about one of these. The other two, even I didn't know.
oh god.
Snap. Okay.
So if you guys were to guess it, I gotta
Well,
give you a kiss or something.
Demon Slayer might be a good guess, but it came out 20 or it finished in 2020, you know? We
I
could
mean,
go with
if
D.
it's still ongoing, bud.
No, well, I meant like it's more newer. It has less time to, I don't know. I mean, we could go with Demon Slayer, we could go Jujutsu Kaisen, we could go Attack on Titan. I
Bleach.
don't think we should go with Attack on Titan.
Bleach is one of the like top
Bleach could be
3.
one.
Fairy
We could go,
Tail.
oh, you know what we should go with? What's the one with the girls and the dresses? You know what I'm talking about?
The
The
girls with their
the girls
dresses.
yeah, that's very
The
very
white,
me
okay,
too.
they have white shirts and they're usually blonde and they have like blue skirts. You know what I'm talking
That
I
about?
have no idea
that
what you're
is the
talking about.
No,
basic of
it,
basic
it's super
descriptions.
popular. Um,
If it's super popular, why don't you know it? Why don't we
no,
know it?
I know you guys know it. Keep thinking, Miguel. I'm gonna look this up.
I
I'm
don't
not
have
like
anything else, honestly.
white dresses, blonde hair. Like is this? I was gonna say Claymore, but like
Honestly, I when he said like a group of girls, I was initially thinking the quintessential
yeah, that's what I was
quintuplets, but then
thinking.
he said blonde. I'm like, nope, those are all redheads.
Sailor Moon.
Oh,
Mm.
That's the one I was thinking of.
So what are we
So
going with?
should we guess Sailor Moon,
Cowboy
Miguel?
Bebop.
I That was really short. I don't know about that one.
Interesting, Miguel. Interesting.
That one just
Okay.
came to mind.
Which one you want to
I
go with?
man, let's go.
You guys still have 4 strikes, by the way.
Yeah,
That's true.
let's do Sailor Moon.
All right, we'll go with Sailor Moon.
See where
So
that's at.
Sailor Moon is not in the top 10
Okay.
selling
Wow, not in the top
mangas
10.
turned into
No.
animes. Yep. You
No, what
guys
a silly
have 3
guess.
strikes.
Bleach.
We'll go Bleach.
Please tell
Bleach
me.
is not in the top 10 of
Wow.
selling
It's
mangas that
not in
have
the
turned into
top
animes.
10. Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
actually, Bleach is number 10. My apologies. It
Oh,
is
okay.
number 10. It's about
Still,
130 million.
that's
Miguel,
crazy.
do we
So
go
we
with
have
Hunter x Hunter or Full Metal
oh,
Alchemist?
I completely forgot about Hunter x Hunter.
Which one of those two do we go with? Because I think it's one of them too.
Oh, I don't Hunter x Hunter?
Let's go with Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter
Because
is
it isn't done yet, is it?
not in the top 10 at all
Dang.
of
Wow.
top selling animes that
How
have
many
turned
do
into
we have
millions.
left? 2 or 1?
You guys are missing the number 2, 3, and 4 spot. You guys have guessed number 1, which is One Piece, and then number 5, which is Dragon Ball.
That's a big gap.
What?
Oh,
Mind you, you guys
there's
definitely
also Black
know
Clover.
number 4 because we've spoken about this one before.
Was
Not the
po
anime per se, but the anime. I'll give
was
you a hint. Number
Pokemon
4
ever?
is on Netflix.
Um,
I know that doesn't dwindle down, but
That
it's
doesn't help me.
I
Is
mean, it
on
could be
Netflix.
Death Note. I mean, is Pokemon ever a manga, or was I don't think it
I have
was.
no
No,
clue.
I don't think
Probably
Pokemon. I
not.
don't think Pokemon's considered an anime.
No, it's an anime, but I just don't think it was ever a manga. I think it was just straight video game. I don't know. And then same with
So
Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm
we've
not sure.
talked about. Damn, dude.
And it's on Netflix. Wow, I thought we would get this easily. This is
What
difficult.
about, you know what? Throw in Attack on Titan in there.
Throw on
Fine.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait,
Attack
how
on
many guesses do
Titan.
we have?
You guys have one guess.
Oh, fuck. Okay,
Well,
all
I thought
right.
we had two.
No.
Oh, wait.
Wait,
This is your
wait,
last
wait.
one.
Um,
Damn, we're definitely not getting three with just one guess left.
it could be Full Metal. It could be Cowboy. It could be Attack on Titan. Um,
You know what? Attack on Titan. I feel like it has to be there. It has to. It has to.
I'll go with Attack on Titan. I don't think it is, but
Because
Attack
honestly,
on
I
Titan
watch it be like Cowboy Bebop.
is not top five. It is number 9 on the top selling mangas
That is
turned into
crazy.
animes. So the list goes number 1, One Piece with over 516.6 millions.
Mid.
Number 2 is it's a weird name to say. Doraemon. Doraemon.
I would have
Doraemon.
never got that.
Is there an English name for it?
I have no clue, but that's what it's called.
Okay.
Number 3 is Golgo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Golgo with
Would
like
not have guessed that one.
both
Wouldn't have
number
guessed
2
that
and
one.
3 are averaging about 300 million
That's
sales.
crazy.
Number 4 is Detective Conan
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that either. Yeah,
with
never would have gotten any of
270
these.
million.
Yeah, we would not have gotten
And then
Yeah.
three.
number 5 is Dragon Ball 260. And then you
I'm gonna
have
have to look these
6
up.
Naruto, 7 Demon Slayer, 8 is Slam Dunk, number
Wow.
9 Attack on Titan, and 10 number is Bleach.
That is
Okay.
crazy. Not
Wow.
All
where
right,
I
pretty
thought
great.
those would be.
Yeah, yeah, that not what I thought was either. I was expecting some of them to be a little higher up, but it's because I believe like number 2, 3, and 4. So like Doraemon, Golgo, and Detective Conan are much more popular in Japan than they were in the States.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
So
that
that's
makes
why I
sense.
believe that they got the higher sales because the other ones are more popular in the States than in Japan. So for example, like how do I say it? Well, let's take the Demon Slayer movie. When I went to watch it and when I was here, and because for those that don't know, I'm currently just visiting Japan for a little bit. Uh, what I was told is that the people that were watching it, like the Japanese, weren't actually liking the movie because they felt that it was very Americanized.
Mm.
Really?
But yet in the States, we are loving the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
So,
it's yeah, that's wild. I didn't know
but
that. Do you also think that the number two through four, their anime adaptations weren't that good?
maybe I think I had looked these one up at some point, but I think that it's also because I don't know if it was number 2 or 3, but they were like only like given out in Japanese. Like they didn't come out
Oh,
with a dub, and if they did come out with a
gotcha.
dub, it was like years later, kind of
Yeah,
thing. Because some of these are older.
gotcha. Okay. Maybe they need to remake them,
Maybe I'll
another
definitely
anime.
look him up, but I think I had seen it. I was like interesting, but
Yeah.
Hmm.
before we continue on with our next little segment, we're gonna take a little break and listen to our sponsor. And welcome, guys, back. That was weird of me to say that. I need to cut that out. But welcome back, guys. Uh, jokes on us. We don't have a sponsor, but
Yet.
to be determined. We actually do have a little mini.
Oh, wait, did you restart?
I was muted the whole time. I was laughing. I was like, welcome guys back. Welcome guys back. All right, hold on. Three, two, one, go.
Welcome back, guys. So jokes on us. We don't have a sponsor yet, but this little mini segment was brought to you by Miguel's mom. Thank you, Miguel's mom, for sponsoring this little segment.
Okay.
So this next segment that we're gonna do is just gonna call 1v1. Is basically we're gonna go over two characters. So I'll give you one person, other person. They're gonna be fighting 1v1, and then who do you guys think would come on top? And by come on top, I'm talking about who wins the fight. Dirty-minded people. So for our first one is Shay Hart, which is our main character. Only from season one, by the way. Only season one Shay Hart versus season one Tevin. Tevin is the guy that does the iron hide and the lion hide. If they were to fight one on one by the end of season one, who do you guys think would win?
Che, right, Miguel?
I for sure, yeah, it's Shay. Because I
Yeah.
think by the end of season one, Shay almost reaches like crazy levels from where he like started out. Versus Tevin, yes, he does get better, but I just don't think he's to Shay's level because Shay's is ability. He's one of the four like
Original, yeah, he has
original
the
like
the
gods.
Ilios
Yeah.
ability. I think is what it's called.
So I think Shay.
Really,
I agree.
Yeah. I think
I
it's Shay and it's mid difficulty.
I think Tevin wins high div. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie. Because
Explain.
Tevin has on season one, he has two hides. He has his iron hide and his lion
In
hide.
the lion hide.
His iron hide is incredibly strong on the defensive end. And I will say that he takes some hits with his iron hide, strong enough that he could probably take some of Shez's attack on season one. Now, can his Iron Hand take attacks from Shen now at the end of the current episode's route? Probably not. But I think he can probably tank some of those hits. And considering that Tevin has more experience with his Kimyo abilities than Shay, I think if he can take some of the hits and then switch over to his Lion Hide and get him when he's tired and overexerted from using his abilities, then I think Tevin will win. But it's like high div, like insanely high div.
Okay. Okay. I mean,
I
I
think
could see
Shed
it.
lose. Yeah, I think Shed loses just because of how inexperienced he still is with his abilities. He learns really fast, but you understand Shed's had it for maybe what, like a couple
Not very
months.
long.
Tevin was he was born with this. He's had this since a child.
But he
Yeah.
stood toe to toe with the Rakash at the end,
Did
didn't
he
he?
really? Because it ended up having to take the whole wolf pack to be able to beat him.
I was about to say everyone kind of stood toe to toe
To
with
They
be fair,
did,
Rakash.
but
they also had Andrea, which is like
She's
on the top.
like
She's like
she's a level
157.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I like she's number 157. You know what I mean? Like, or not level. She's ranked 157 strongest Kimyo currently alive.
hmm. I, st
You know?
I still lean towards Che,
Okay, okay.
but that's just me.
So Chris and Miguel give it to Shay. I give it to Tevin High Div.
I'm,
Second
I'll change
1v1
mine to high diff Shay still.
High Div Chef. Okay. Second 1v1 is Shay, our main character, versus Andrea.
Oh, Andrea, season one, Andrea.
Andrea mid.
Really? I give it to Andrea low div. I'm not gonna lie.
When you say low diff, does that mean like a low,
Like
like
it
Low
close?
difficulty. Like
low
she
difficulty
sweeps
level.
him. Yeah. Andrea will sweep.
Oh, I thought it was like high difference. Like
No,
No,
so
so
like high
so
diff
low
is high
diff.
difficulty.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So low diff, mid diff, and high diff. I think Andrea wins low diff. Uh I think you guys say
I say
mid
mid
just
low.
because you guys don't know what she has in that thing in her little mirror thing where she keeps the weapons.
I'll go
Yeah.
low. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say she's packing some stuff in there that she definitely low divs shed. Just saying.
Hmm.
Makes sense. I agree.
Plus, at this point, she is 157. Our
But
boy
Mm,
just got his powers.
it is also said that Shay could already be in that one in the top 150 something,
That
but
is
he's
extremely
not.
disrespectful. He's definitely not in the top
mm,
150 at the end of season one. He's
He's
definitely
not.
powerful.
He's not, but they said that based on his powers, he's
Well,
pretty much
technically,
almost there.
yeah, just with his abilities alone gives him already such a huge power considering that like the Elios power grants regeneration. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So what do you think, Chris?
yeah, no, I would say the Andrea low diff.
Oh, okay, okay. So what about Tevin versus Andrea?
Andrea low diff.
Andrea. Uh,
Low diff.
I don't know if I'd say low diff.
Yeah, I think that one's like low to mid. I think Andrea
I was
wins low
about
to
to
mid
say
difficulty.
I put Andrea mid, yeah, low to mid, like right in between.
Okay. All right. We got three more. Okay.
Oh boy,
So next one is Azam versus Tevin. Azam is the guy that has the
the
curing power. He's
speedster.
the speedster
Yeah,
versus Tevin, which is the guy that has the iron and lion hide.
I'll go Tevin.
I will go Tevin.
High diff.
I
I would say Tevin mid diff
really I would go Azam high div.
because realistically, I mean, if he just changes into like his like Ironhide,
But you
That
gotta
is
remember
Zam's not doing anything
the the only drawback of Tevin is that his Ironhide and Lionhide use up a lot of stamina. That's why
Yep.
he doesn't use his Lionhide as much, right? Because he uses up
because
too
he
much
can
stamina
only
and
he can only use
yeah.
it for so long.
So the more hits he takes, the less he can basically use his abilities. Unless I'm wrong, but I think Azam wins high diff because Azam doesn't have that drawback like in the normal speedsters where like he has to eat to replenish like his his calories and his energy. He just has the
yeah.
super speed.
You know what? After you said the stamina thing for Tevin, Azam extreme high.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Okay, so now we have this one's a tough one because even I'm not sure. Luis, the Ash guy, or Andrea?
Andrea.
That's a hard one. Cause
I think
End of season one?
I think
yeah,
it would still go to Andrea, but it would definitely be a high diff.
I would say medium.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know. Like I
Cause
was thinking about this one because at the end of season one, we don't even see the full capabilities of basically both of them. But
yeah,
like just the because just thinking, right? Even if Andrea uses two weapons, she only has two hands. The Luis guy, maybe I'm biased because we have almost the same name, but he can basically use like we saw like the horse and then he has the little bird dragon monster that he can
yeah,
fly
he
as
can
well.
literally make a
Like
whole thing of just like ash.
yeah, he's like the Green Lantern version, but just with Ash, and like he's just that in itself, like because she can't fly, at least not that I've seen. Andrea can't fly, like he can just attack with the arrows from the sky until she gets tired. There's so many stuff that he can do. I don't. I say I think it's a 50-50.
She's ranked for a reason, no?
Yes,
I
but
would
to
put it like
so I will say that the
65
Ash,
35
how
for
much?
Andrew. 65-35. Andrea 65 versus Lisa's 35.
I think Andrea might win like extremely high div though.
And Chris, you think
I
it's mid?
Yeah, I still think it's mid diff. I still think at the end of season
Okay.
one, Andrea mid diff.
And I might also be a little biased because I did enjoy his power sets and probably my favorite character. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's why I'm giving him
Okay.
more of a benefit of the doubt.
fair enough.
Fair
Benefit of
enough.
the
So
doubt.
that concludes our little tiny mini segment of 1v1s. But I do have a question. What were y'all's favorite character?
Well,
You said
We
mine.
yours
told you
Yeah, I was
was
about to
already.
say mine. I
well,
just said
there's more than one of you guys, so
yeah. So mine was Luis, but also Azam. Those were my two favorite.
Miguel has a
Uh,
crush on me.
no, yeah, Anton, the Monkey King. I thought he was cool. I liked him the best.
I think my favorite character, they haven't popped up yet, but I really like you guys want me to tell you? I mean, I'm not gonna
Sure.
spoil what they are, like what they do or anything, but Shay's sister and father are like my favorite characters.
Because I know
Huh.
they did talk about Shay's father.
I
I will
didn't know he
They
had a
say
did
sister.
they did show him, but I don't think they mentioned sister.
his
Yeah.
sister pops up a couple times. She has not
But yeah,
awoken
Oh,
her
you know what they
abilities yet.
did? Sorry,
very
Miguel. They
minimal.
did introduce his sister.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
very
remember if
minimal.
yeah, I don't think she's awakened her abilities yet.
Okay.
Um, but the dad, I will say, he is him.
Mm.
The guy was, ooh, he was definitely like, how do I say this? You know how they explained how there's like ranked Kimyos and they have like a top 10?
Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
rank 0.
And then you know how like every single top 10 has a bodyguard, which is like the right hand. And then that person, like if one of those top 10 person dies, then their bodyguard is like their second. So like if they die, that person will take over their spot, right?
Yeah.
Or that's how some of them are. But basically, this guy, to my knowledge, was one of the like I think he was ranked like 3-ish. I think his dad was ranked number 3. Or he was definitely the top 5. I can't remember, but he is him. He is strong as fuck.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
But
I'm excited to read more about Shay's dad because they mentioned him. I think that was S Heart. That's all they said about him. So
Sabito Heart, I think is what he was called. Yeah,
yeah.
Sabito Heart, and then his sister was Yukiko Heart.
I
Okay.
also want
Yeah, I
to
remember Yukiko.
throw not one of my favorite characters, but also another one that I did enjoy his abilities, which I thought would suck if I had this ability. But
Monkey King.
what?
Anton. Anton the Monkey King.
No.
Ah,
So he was a bad guy. He was a villain. It was Rokash's like nephew,
nephew. Yeah.
the one with all the tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, his was cool.
It was that was a very unique ability, but I would not want to go through all that.
When you know you bringing that up, I liked Rokash's bodyguard as a character. I completely forgot about him. He had a great moral standing and a good moral
Yes,
compass, I
he did.
thought, which I that's what I really liked about his character. Forgot about him.
Okay. Uh, Let me see. If you guys were to be like, let's say, in like the Ordeal world, which abilities would you guys want? Like, if you had to pick and choose, like, not a specific ability, but if you had to pick like a hide ability, like, would it be creation? Would it be like, you know what I mean? Like a specific category.
Yeah, yeah, like I think
Mm.
there's 15 categories total if I remember correctly.
Yeah, which honestly,
Um,
impressive.
yeah.
I don't have the creative mindset to make up like 15 categories of
No,
abilities.
yeah, I was
I was
thinking the
about to
same
say,
thing.
just like you get 3 categories. That's it.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
that's a tough one,
that's
but
really tough.
I would definitely
I'm gonna go creation.
no.
Is that what you're gonna pick?
Yes.
I'll
Really?
go with that one. I
Because
think that was
I
cool.
was thinking like more basic, like either like the elemental or I won't lie, like the speedster, like the Azam ability.
So I was thinking of that one, but then I also thought I really so like I'm a big fan of just like Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
So and I feel like that falls in creation. Or unless there's another one that maybe fits it better. But in my head,
Yeah.
creation, like
Yeah.
you create, all these images and all these different things to create those to fight with, essentially. Because
Yeah. I can't.
isn't Luis's essentially like he has like the one
It's
creation?
yeah. I think it's creation slash hereditary and like something else.
Okay.
That's one cool thing that they bring up. There's like some abilities aren't just like one; it falls under multiple categories.
Yeah.
Uh, I do like the speed one. I feel like the speed is cool. I will say this: there's one specific Kimyo ability. I forget what it is. It shows up. It just showed up maybe like 15 chapters ago, and I don't know if I want to say it because I don't want to snitch on.
Yeah. No
No, don't
spoilers.
tell us. No spoilers. We're gonna
So
keep reading.
I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but you know how there's the original four, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Obviously, before them, they need parents, right?
Oh, okay.
Right. So let's
Okay.
just say that the father and the mother's ability of the original four are probably like the abilities that I would lean towards too. I don't want to say what they are because I want all of you to continue and read on, but those are like the abilities that I would want.
Hmm,
So now
Fair
okay.
enough.
this has forced Miguel and Chris to be able to read the next two seasons because they have to be like, oh, what is the ability? Like, well, they'll find out. What if you
Yeah,
had
well,
to
no, we'll
pick
keep
between
reading.
the four like original abilities
The
between like
four
the
original
yeah,
abilities.
so like the fire,
Ocean,
water, lightning, or the life or death?
the water, definitely.
Life or death.
That one's cool too. It's that you know
Mm.
what? That's a tough one. I
Because
might
remember,
go
you don't
with
have to be evil, but you also have to understand that if you want to live as long as the other ones, you have
Hmm.
to like take souls. But there's no saying that like
Hey, there's some bad people in this world. I'll
true.
take their souls gladly.
Yeah, it's a good point.
true, and there's
That is
wars
that
all
is
the
if I
time.
get that is if I get to choose what souls I get to take. If I'm just taking souls randomly, well,
Yeah, as
that
far as to
that,
my
that
knowledge,
might change my opinion.
yeah, I think you take the souls when you kill them or when the snake kills them. I can't
Okay.
remember.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
life or death one would be a really cool. I mean, we saw Cain and like what he's capable of, and
Oh yeah.
or at least what I think he's capable of in season one. And I thought that was a pretty cool power
Well, I mean,
set.
Yeah.
season one they basically show how like he almost takes over the entire world. Like he was almost right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they show more of him, and he's definitely strong. I'll say that. Definitely one of the strongest ones. And then I think I I don't know if it's because I managed to see more of the fire ability, the Elios ability, but it's either that one or the lightning.
Yeah,
Like
lighting was
I
very
feel like
cool. I
water
like both.
doesn't get love.
No, I picked
Water,
the water.
I know, yeah, I know Chris picked the water one, but water
I
Then
doesn't
I
will
changed
s-
normally
my
get a
mind.
lot of
I
love.
will say water gets some love, and like the last few chapters they've been showing him some love. We've seen some of him,
That's good.
Okay, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
will say he pulled a move that I was like,
Yeah.
it's not to destroy a mountain, you know.
Yeah.
So okay, uh, that is it for what I have in terms of ordeal. Hopefully, at some point, depending on how this goes and how much Chris and Miguel like it, maybe we can do another manga, manhwa, or another webtoon. Uh, I know that soon, if you guys stay up to date, we're gonna try to get Chris and Miguel gonna give you guys a little upcoming twist as well, something we've not have yet done before. But do you guys have any last second opinions, thoughts on the whole ordeal?
No, I don't think so. I think
Yeah, me neither.
we
All
got
right,
most of it out the way.
Yeah, we got all of it.
that concludes our bi-weekly episode. Love y'all. Take care.